exercise for the takeoff leg to strengthen the glutes of the free leg, you can do very simply TheraBand around the ankles, and you can just step back, and out. The third and most common problem that I see is jumping too much into the circle. Now, this almost always leads to a fall. I guess some people can pull it off, but it's very challenging. The reason this happens most of the time is because the head is going into the circle, and we call this head anchoring. Now, when we talk about head anchoring, it's referring to placing our head in a direction that we know we have to go. If we put our head in a particular direction, that is the direction that we're going in. Anchoring, we need to make sure that we know where to anchor. When you step forward on the axle, you want to step forward on your circle. So I always imagine a circle. I'm stepping down on the circle. Now, naturally, my blade is going to continue on the circle, but I cannot allow my right hip, my right shoulder, and my head to go in that direction as well. Because what happens is I'm trying to chase right side, and you can never get into your backspin position. So you set it up, you step forward and going to jump up and off the circle. Head is anchored here, shoulders are going here. So again, head anchors slightly off the circle, snap back. So this is the error. And here's the correction. Right? So a great exercise for head anchoring is simply walking your takeoff off the ice. So body awareness of your axis becomes muscle memory. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe and feel free to share with your skaters. If you have any questions, contact at Revolution Performance.